Right now, we welcome you to the State Farm postgame show. You take a look at this game, man, Buffalo, I tell you what there, Howie, Josh Allen, he is the man, no question.
You know, I had questions that could they win kind of a shootout? And it was less of a shootout. When Josh Allen runs for, 80-plus yards, it's not really a shootout. Worked the tight ends a lot. They survived the 2 Cook fumbles. The defense made big plays when they had to make big plays, and I think that was the difference in the game.
3 touchdown passes, Michael, 1 touchdown running, and officially 78 yards right now. So we're going to talk to Josh Allen right now, actually.
Let's do it.
He's with Pam Oliver. We'll get back to you in a second.
Josh, in a lot of ways, it felt like a playoff game. How do you put into words what we just saw?
I mean, the fight in this team is unbelievable. I mean, didn't have much hope, had a sliver, but that's all we need. Just need a chance, need the football. Our defense made some huge plays down the stretch, found a way to get it done. On to the next.
If you can take something from this, bottle it up to take you through the rest of the way.
Like that, I swear he is.
Yeah, he is. What would that be that you would bottle up and take with you?
Just smart decisions, understanding when and when not to take risks. Won the turnover battle. We're pretty good when we do that, so make sure that we're holding on to the football.
Tell me just a little bit about how you felt. You know, you were down 21 at one point, then you just willed this team, put them on your back as a quarterback like you does.
I'm just trying to make plays for my team. They worked their tails off. I mean, this was a really good team that we just played. One of the best offenses, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and really of all time. The dude's an absolute stud. So to find a way to get this dub the way it happened, I'm very proud of our guys.
The environment, playing in the snow, you're such a kid.
It's awesome. Hopefully there's some good visuals from the snow falling, but we love it here. We love Buffalo. It's the type of weather that we want to play in.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Pam. Go Bills.
And, you know, the amazing thing is we said in the pregame that of all the quarterbacks out there, who is the one that carried their team the most, and it's Josh Allen. And we saw that today in fourth quarter, picked it up, rushing for that first down at the end of the game to seal the deal. But as he said, the turnover battle was big, especially in that fourth quarter. And in that weather, he completed 79% of his passes. And on the other side, that the defense, got to give them some credit when they really needed it, back-to-back plays to come up with the turnovers. One return for the pick 6, and the other gave Josh Allen, those guys, a chance to go down offensively and score a touchdown.
Big TD run on the man blitz, another thing. He's a different animal.
He is, and what Josh Allen does well is when the defense does help him out and they do create a turnover, he takes that momentum and he absolutely just drives it down the field, Danny, and then outscores, and it's kind of like a reversal of a score. You know, the offense for Cincinnati was about to go down. Joe Burrow was on fire. You know, it looked like he was about to take advantage of the game. Then, boom, it switched just like that because of Josh Allen. That's the type of player and impact that he has in this NFL.
And if anybody wonder what momentum looks like,
oh, there it is.
That's it.
You want to know what else? Talk about a visual there. We saw him walking off the field. He took his hat off, gave it to one kid, gave the ball to another kid. If there's anybody that epitomizes the community they play in the entire league, I think it's Josh Allen there in Buffalo. So they get the win. They are now 9-4 the season. Let's check out some highlights elsewhere, and look at this. Minnesota, what a job they did against Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. Daniels hurt that elbow that he came back from and was out for the rest of the game. J.J. McCarthy lit it up. Hook it up with T.J. Hawkinson. Vikings win it 31-0. Washington's now lost 8 straight.
Sam Darnold warming it up. Seattle, obviously standing right in the hunt for the playoff in the NFC West. Leading that, a quick slant to Njigba, 28-yard touchdown. 2 touchdowns on the day for Njigba, 37-9 Seattle, all over Atlanta. There he is, Cam Ward, #1 pick. Shadur Sanders, the 144th pick in the league, handed it off. There we go, touchdown. Tony over from the Dallas Cowboys. They got rid of both running backs, and both have had great years.
Shadur just scored a touchdown. They missed the 2-point conversion, so it's an 8-point Tennessee lead. Tough day for Daniel Jones.
Man alive, kid. You know what? Seriously, Howie, bless his heart. Got a broken fibula. All right, on his right leg. Now he injures his Achilles tendon on his left, leaves this football game. That's just so bad. I hate to see that. And then, of course, ETN takes it in from 28 yards out as the Jaguars all over the Colts, 36 13. Now 36-19.
You see Jones in that boot there on the right leg. They think his Achilles is torn and he's done for the year. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers.
He's hoping the Steelers aren't done for the year, play on words. Finding Jalen Ward in the flat, take it all the way down 38 yards for the touchdown. And it looks like Pittsburgh is going to go on and take care of this game. But that is not the case, as Baltimore has come back now to take the lead late in the fourth quarter. Tyler Shuck. Who would have saw this? Who would have saw this? Is that correct? No. Who would have seen this? Avoids the sack, moves to the left side, 13-yard scramble for a touchdown. Way to go, get in there. Saints awfully impressive on the road with a hungry Tampa Bay football team that needs to win to stay in NFC West Division, but that's not going to, in South Division that is. And then, of course, we have Tua Tagovailoa tossing this ball out to a Chan. He breaks tackles, goes inside for a 13-yard touchdown. Miami all over the Jets, 34-10.
All right, Miami has now won 4 straight games. Jordan Love and the Packers have won 3 in a row. They'll see if they can get their 4th in a row, taking care of the Chicago Bears, who have won 9 of their last 10 games. Caleb Williams and the Bears, the top dogs in the NFC North right now. Whoever wins this game is going to wind up in first place. But I want to go back to some of the games we just showed you highlights of, and we'll start with you, Howie. And this Seattle team, it was 6-6 at halftime. In the second half, they just took off.
Yeah, and I think it's important. Obviously, they stalled on the road in the first half. And to bounce back the way they did, it shows you something. This NFC West is
crazy.
Is a crazy barn burner. And I think it's going to come down to that game in I think the 18th of December. Versus the Rams up in Seattle. I think that's going to make.
I think what Mike said at halftime was the fact that he said they're going to go in at 3-3. So, hey, fellas, what are you thinking? We're sitting here on the road. Let's take these guys serious. They got us all tied up. We're way better than them. And what's happened, Mike?
Yeah,
true to form.
They came out true to form, as you said, TB, and took it over. And defensively, Atlanta 1 for 13 on third down. You got to extend drives. You got to keep yourself on the field offensively. You can't continue to put your defense out there and expect to get a good result out of that, especially against an offense that has weapons like Njigba and everyone else, and Sam Darnold there in Seattle. So, I mean, 6-6 at halftime, you're like, maybe they're going to slip up. But Seattle,
that's Seattle
a
defense.
much better team, and they showed that in the second half.
Ron, talking about Seattle, he mentioned 1 for 13 Atlanta was on offense against that Seattle defense. The way they played last week against Minnesota as well. Are we underrating Seattle's defense? Because everybody likes talking about the offense with the Seahawks.
I think we are, and that just showed that the momentum that they just built, throughout this whole game versus Atlanta. I mean, they held them to just 9 points in the first half and then 0. Then actually 6 points in the first half and then just 3 points in the second half. The Seattle team is based off of the offense, but when that defense gets rolling as well, they're one of the scariest teams in the NFL, and that's why we can't figure out, hey, who's the best team in this NFC West division? Because you got Seattle playing great football as a complete team one game, and then you got the Rams playing great football as a complete game as a complete team one day, and then you got the 49ers who are so banged up, but they're still winning games. Hey, it's all about who's healthy, I think, going into the playoffs in this division.
We as a viewer and a fan of football are so enamored with offense.
Yeah.
We love to watch it. Runs, passes, catches, and we forget. And I grew up in an era where it was all about
running
defense and running the football. Yep. And I think Seattle and the Rams are the cream of the crop in the West, primarily because of their defense.
But JSN, I got to say, JSN, I mean, this kid's having, you got to give him credit. He's having one heck of a season. 90 yards today, 2 touchdowns. And he makes it it looks so easy. Here, I don't know why the guy didn't try to tackle him. They almost pushed him into the end zone. But, here he's just a big playmaker. And this guy's having a record-breaking season. At one point, was on track, for 2,000 yards? That's unheard of. So, I mean, it's fun to watch the Seattle team. I think it's going to be a fun team to watch. I think they're definitely going to get to the playoff playing like this. And when they are, they can be definitely one of these teams to watch.
And with quiet kid, I hope he gets to 2,000 and goes past Megatron
he's like
Calvin
this.
Johnson.
He's like this.
Yeah.
He's like
a flatliner.
Good, bad, and different. He's a flatliner. I think Mike McDonald, you knew the defense was going to be great. With the additions they made, Williams in particular, we think is one of the more underrated players in football. A great player. The offense with the new pieces, and don't forget, Njigba was a slot receiver last year. They move him outside. He's amazing outside. And I think Darnold today again proved that. And here's the thing. If Darnold can handle the inside pressure, not make bad bad decisions with that defense, they can go a long way.
Seattle's the first team in the NFC to win 10 games. The Rams and the Bears can also get to 10 wins. They play in the late games here on Fox and Gronk. I want to start talking about this Bears team at Green Bay. They've struggled in the last couple of years against the Packers, but this is a different team under Ben Johnson.
It is a big time different team, but if the Bears really want to win this game, they do have one of the best 1-2 punches in the NFL at the running back position, and they got to really get that run game going. That's where the Packers struggle. Yes, they can rush a passer, they can tee off, on the quarterback, when it's 3rd and long. But if they get that run game going, hey, then it will stall the defensive line of the Green Bay Packers, and then they can build off of that, and then let Caleb Williams fire the ball down the field.
Well, you have to understand the Bears lead the NFL in interceptions with 17 and turnovers 26. But who is the best in the NFL at not turning the ball over?
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Here's the concern. The concern is this. Big injury at defensive tackle for them. They're starting 2 rookies, Green Bay is. Last week, they went, Bears went pretty much consistently wide zone and got Philadelphia running and, overthrow them. I think they're going to attack the middle. They've got 2 rookies starting in the middle, and they've got a guy they signed off of a practice squad. So that's an area where I think he's going to attack. It's going to be less because Green Bay plays those wide zones as well as anybody in football.
But also, I think about Chicago. I think why they've had success this season with Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is a hard guy to get on the ground when you're rushing. He has this innate ability to get out of the grasp of a defensive line because he's going to need that today. I mean, he's going to get chased all around that field with Micah Parsons and all those guys. So I think if Caleb Williams can get himself out of some of those situations, let his receivers kind of run themselves open, scramble themselves open, that's going to be a big determining factor in this game is his ability to escape the rush.
The one thing you can't do in the NFL, in my opinion, you can't run wide. You can't. There's way too much speed. And Micah Parsons, way too much speed. And to your point, going into those young tackles, that's where you have to go. We'll see how
they do when they run wide. The most important block in that offense is the backside block because a lot of those runs are cut back.
And then the whole backside's open.
Right.
I thrived a lot. I remember as a tight end, I'm always like, I'm backside. Oh, it's a playoff. But then I learned one time there was a playoff. The DN just ripped right through me, made the tackle, loss of 3 yards.